Hi, you guys. How's it going? How's it going? So there's a if you hear water bubbling in the background, which you might, I set up a little 5-gallon aquarium pretty close to my desk. I had two betas and a little male beta fish, and I had two because I couldn't decide which one I wanted when I was at the pet store, so I just got both. And I've been wanting to get a divider for this tank, and I haven't had one, so I've just had them in these like big bowls, Anyways, one of them died. I know, it was super sad. And anyway, so the other one is fine, and so I decided to set up the tank. Anyways, that's my story. And my hamster died, which kind of sucks. I don't know. And the snake got loose again. So anywho, I'm batting 1,000. But here's the thing is, oh my God, I got this box of deliciousness today, and I literally like lost my breath a little bit when I opened this box. Sometimes when you see things, this is a purchase from eBay, okay? I don't know the story behind it or anything, but sometimes when you see pictures on eBay, they seriously just do not do the item justice at all. I didn't ask her for more pictures or anything. I just went on the pictures that were on the listing, but I've been on the hunt for quilt top, and mostly feed sack quilt top and scraps and stuff like that. So anyway, I came across this lot and I just got it today. It was a large priority box full. And so it was so sweet. She sent me the sweetest note too. It was a really, really good experience. It's the best experience I've ever had shopping with somebody on eBay, except for the Focus on the Stars. That guy was really cool. So yeah, so if anybody's looking for like vintage paper, like onion skin paper, that kind of stuff, check out Focus on the Stars on eBay. He's got some really good stuff right now. It's not cheap, but he is willing to work with you on shipping and stuff. So anyways, I'll put his name in the description. This did not come from Focus on the Stars. This was a different seller. I don't think she has this type of stuff on a regular basis, but I'll put her name in the description also, so you can maybe check out her shop and stuff. But it's, let's see. Sorry, I wasn't. What is her name? It's rubybeets. RUBYBEETS. On eBay. So, and it looks like she's got, quite a few transactions, 100% positive feedback. So yeah, so she's a good one. Anyway, yeah. So oh my gosh, there was like 5 bundles that came in the box, and it was obvious that this was exactly the way that she found it. And so this is actually this was like 2 of the bundles, I think, that I kind of put together. But I just kind of wanted to go through this stuff and show it to you because I just think it's just gorgeous. And this was obviously some farmhouse lady or somebody who was really, really into quilting and really into making something, gosh, time consuming, if nothing else, but I recognize a lot of these patterns as feed sack, and this fabric is old. I can just, you know, you can, even if it's not feed sack, you can tell that this fabric is old. It's just so fun to go through it and feel it, and you know, it's like still all wrinkled and stuff, the way that she must have found it. I don't know if it came from an estate sale or like some kind of barn sale, or you know, I mean, this is the kind of thing that you just fantasize about in our world, right? Of, you know, coming across this kind of bundle. And you know, like some of the pieces are a little bit discolored, and like this one. So these are just kind of random little scraps. Like this one, you know, this one's pretty discolored. I'm not sure why it would be like that. I don't think that it was that dark color to begin with, but you know, maybe it was where something, maybe it was exposed to the light or something. I don't know. But yeah, so see how this one, it's just got a little bit of discoloration on the edges. But yeah, look at all this, you guys. It was just, yeah, blew my mind. It was way more than what I expected, honestly. The pictures just, you know, they were good. I mean, I'm not criticizing her, you know, photographic skills or whatever. But, you know, this kind of thing is just really hard to really show, I guess, accurately. So, yeah. Isn't it awesome? I'm so happy. I'm just like beside myself. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be using a lot of this. See, like this one. This one is just all brown and cool, you know? But then a lot of them aren't. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why those two that I just showed you would be like that. So there's just this, you know, pile of all these awesome scraps. So I don't think that's feed sack, but you know, but like I said, a lot of it is, and I recognize a lot of it as feed sacks. So like this one and that one, you know? So yummy, huh? This is definitely feed sack. Yeah, so these are just the fabric. Okay, there was some, you know, solid colors too, just some cotton fabric. And so I don't think I'm gonna be washing this stuff. I'm thinking I might iron some of it, some of the pieces that are really, really wrinkled, and add some of the really, you know, odd shaped scraps, tear them up a little bit more and add them to my junk journal salad. I'm thinking about doing a boho salad, junk journal salad, and just add all kinds of goodies into that. But yeah, look at this. And so they're just kind of sorted out by, you know, color family. And then this is all the solid stuff. And like this yellow, you can see it's all aged. What does that say on there? Something on the selvage here. One second. Fast color percale. I hope you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm mumbling. Anyway, so yeah, it's a big chunk of this like teal color and that yellow, and then this is the white. This is all, you know, a couple yards of just white. I didn't open these. There's these two little bundles that this one is pinned shut. I hadn't opened those. Okay, so these are all the same. It's that piece of blue. This one, I'm curious to see what else is in here. And it was tied shut with just a really super thin strip of fabric. Woohoo, it's so exciting. It just makes me happy, you know? Love that purple and pink. See, like this one is all discolored and kind of like weathered, you know? Gosh, there's so many different patterns. So many different patterns. This one is really neat. That's really pretty. This is definitely feed sack. I don't know if this is, but it's really cool fabric. So yeah, so look at that. Look at that big old pile. Isn't that cool? Makes me happy. Okay, so there's that part. There's more. There's more. Trust me. So then there was these flowers that aren't, they're not all finished. So here's a couple that have the white on them. At least the first round of white. And then just some of these smaller ones. All of this is hand stitched. Each and every piece is stitched by hand. So cool. Look at how small they are. Should I zoom in? Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better. Yeah. Aren't these gorgeous? I'm just going to go through them and, you know, let you guys see it because I just think it's so special, you know. Look at this one, has her needle in it still. Her threaded needle. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that in there. Oh, here's another. So this is kind of showing her process of like how she puts this, how she was putting this stuff together. That is so cool. It's so much work. It's like just hours and hours and hours of oh, I just love it. It's just hard to even, it's hard to even describe. So I've seen this pattern a lot, but never, I don't think I've ever had my hands on anything where the, you know, pieces were this small. You know, I have some where the pieces are like, you know, like 3 inches or something, but never this like 1-inch scale. Look at all these. It's so cool. That's really pretty. I love pink and orange together. Those yellows. Look at that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. You have to have so much variety, and it's such a cool way to upcycle or repurpose all kinds of fabrics. You know, that's the thing about these quilts is, you know, they didn't let anything go to waste. You know, I mean, the tiniest little piece of fabric can become an element in one of these quilts. Look at how many hours of work is just in this pile, you know? I mean, you probably get pretty fast, right? Like you probably get pretty quick at you know, stitching, but like where it's just second nature, you know? I mean, I know I'm a crocheter, and I can crochet pretty darn fast without looking and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, after doing it for hours and hours, you just get to that point. Okay, so there's those, and then there's the bigger ones. So these are all how many rows? So the center, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all five rings. I just feel like this is a piece of history right here on my desk. They're so special. It's like, I'll show you that there was also a spool of thread, and then the little template for cutting out the hexagons. I think I counted, there was like 22 of these. So I think I'm going to probably offer some of these in some form in our live sale on the 7th. Not sure how many. The more I play with this, I'm afraid I won't be able to let go of any of it, you know. I'm getting more and more attached. But yeah, that's that. This is that pattern. Wait till I show you guys the last package that was in there. It's the coolest one to me, because it's the one that I feel like, well, the big bundle of scraps, but well, a lot of it's not even scraps. Some of it's yardage, but that is definitely usable. And these are usable. You know, I don't have any problem with cutting these apart. I honestly don't. I'm, you know, I just want to admire them first. I want to admire them for a little while before I start cutting them into pieces. And I don't know, maybe I'll make something with them. You know, maybe I'll, you know, stitch a few of them together and see if I can make something myself. I don't know. But anyway, so then there was that stack of larger flowers. Okay, and then let's see. So this is my, so let me show you this first. This was the little, this was her thread and her thimble. And then these little templates. This one is made out of metal, and it's got like sandpaper on it. I don't know why it would be like that. Maybe so it wouldn't slip around or something. But yeah, her little templates. This one got off a little bit. So I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, look, there's a piece of fabric in there. So I don't know if you cut these by just with scissors or with a roller or what, but I'm not a quilter, so I have no idea. But anyways, then, like I said, this is the coolest part. So most of, so this is little stacks of, this has been organized since God knows when, right? I have no idea when this quilt was made or started. But yeah, so these little stacks of these different patterns, you know, and you can just see some woman sitting in piecing this together, piecing this quilt together, and choosing what color she's going to use. And you know, you start to see beyond the pattern on the fabric or in the fabric, and you see the color. You know, you see the background color or some of the like accent colors, and you know, you put those together. So it was almost like this was a flower in the making, right? Like, it looks to me like this was the first ring or one of the inner rings, and then this was the next one, and then, you know, because there's more of each one, like there's a lot more of this one than this one. So seems like she had a lot of this quilt already planned out and cut. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying. Look at this gingham. It's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, look at this little teeny one. This one's different. Oh, that's still connected. Oh, it's just so delicious. I just love it. All of these little hexagons. I'm going to make some scrappy trims, I think, with a lot of these. And thanks to Rachel from Roxy Creations, that's one of her signature things that she makes is this trim with using scraps and little bits and stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. I've bought some from her. But anyways, yeah. So some of these little bundles, you've seen me taking out some of the straight pins. Some of them are pinned together. So like this little bundle is still pinned together. I love this one. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to make a quick little video and show you guys these beautiful fabrics and a little piece of history, American history. You know, this is one of my favorite eras, the like 30s and 40s and 20s. A lot of this stuff came out, like, was produced in the 20s during the Depression and stuff, because in 30s, you know, because it was just such a time of like frugality and repurposing. People didn't waste anything. You know, these little bits of fabric were precious, and obviously these are, because these are parts of a quilt. But I mean, I'm sure that if you were a quilter back then, you were always on the lookout for, you know, little bits of fabric and stuff that you could get your hands on. You know, I know that. So in a way, we're sort of like that too, as junk journal makers. You know, we're always looking for stuff that we can repurpose. You know, so maybe that's part of my affinity for that era, is just the idea of repurposing and reusing again and again and again. You know, and that's why we love or at least me, that's why I love to see, you know, fabric that's threadbare and, you know, falling apart, because it just means that it's had a lot of life and it's had a lot of history, and it was appreciated for a long time. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to sit here and play with the rest of my little scraps. Oh, look at this one. So pretty. Not scraps. These aren't scraps. These are actual elements. for that quilt. But yeah, I think I'm going to do some like trim with these. I'll tear some of that white fabric into some strips, and then I'll stitch them on. I'll stitch some of these onto it, like in some long strips. And I'm thinking I might offer some of that in the live sale, and then maybe also do some bundles of fabric and stuff. I think I already looked at that one. And because I have a whole bunch of other quilt top fabric and stuff that I would like to share. So anyway, yeah. So that's my little eBay share, my little eBay haul. Love this green. Look at how it's all grungy. And yeah, I'm not going to wash any of it. I just think I think it's just natural aging. You know, it doesn't smell or anything. Like it just, you know what, if anything, it smells a little bit like a barn, like dirt, but it doesn't smell like animals or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like if you've you know, been in an old barn where they stored hay and things like that, that's kind of what it smells like. It smells a little bit like dust. So anyway, oh, I love that one. I gotta do some cookbook journals, and maybe I'll work on some binders. I have a whole bunch of binders that I need to do. So anyways, all right, you guys, I'm gonna just sit here and play with this stuff for a while, but I did want to share it with you because I said I was going to, and I knew that you guys would appreciate it. So anyways, all right, you guys, love you. Take care. Bye for now.